right, y'all know I don't do gossip. I don't care what celebrity, who they marrying, dating, having a baby. I don't care where they vacation, none of that sort of stuff. But when I saw this, I got to talk about hypocrisy, because the Republican Party loves talking about how they're they're the party of family values. They can't stand same-sex marriage. They can't stand children out of wedlock, can't stand abortion. And they love talking about, oh, how they just love the Lord. They just love the Lord. They so pious. They just love the Lord. And then we got that moral degenerate who is the Attorney General in Texas, Ken Paxton. And this is the man who was under federal investigation, got indicted, should have got impeached, but the conservatives in the state bought off the votes, and then they targeted folks who voted against him. So Ken Paxton is married to State Senator Angela Paxton in Texas. Now, when he got impeached, it was an open secret about how he a hoe. See, we ain't talking about him cheating, he a hoe. So he's running for the United States Senate. Polls show incumbent Senator John Cornyn is down big time to Paxton. MAGA just love them some Ken Paxton. Just love him. So his wife, Senator Angela Paxton, dropped this tweet today. And if I want to show y'all two delusional people, or really one delusional person, and that's Ken Paxton. So here's Angela Paxton, Reese. Today, after 38 years of marriage, I filed for divorce on biblical grounds. I believe marriage is a sacred covenant, and I have earnestly pursued reconciliation, but in light of recent discoveries, I do not believe that it honors God or is loving to myself, my children, or kin to remain in the marriage. I move forward with complete confidence that God is always working everything together for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. Reese, that's what Angela wrote, Reese. Angela wrote that, but Reese, Ken was a little different.
Uh-oh. Set it off.
Reese, this is the tweet of Ken. After facing the pressures of countless political attacks and public scrutiny, Angela and I have decided to start a new chapter in our lives. I could not be any more proud or grateful for the incredible family that God has blessed us with, and I remain committed to supporting our amazing children and grandchildren. I ask for your prayers and privacy at this time. Ken's statement a little different from Angela's recently.
Sure is. What's up with that? I mean, it sounds like he's trying to keep whatever he's doing on the low over there. Okay, look, less is more. That's what Ken Paxton is giving, who has never, ever been shy about anything else. And the wife, she trying to throw a little shade. What is she holding? Are you holding out for a Fox News AON interview? What you holding out for, girl? Go ahead, you can spill the tea. I'm sure Charlie Kirk somewhere waiting for that interview. Go ahead, girl. Go make your rounds, because we need to hear what's going on. I mean, he has a whole rap sheet of what we know publicly, but what's going on? It kind of sounds like some sexual stuff. I'm just speculating.
No, Reese. Remember, she was one of the folk who voted on his impeachment. I saw this tweet, Greg, and I just had to post it. Girl sat there unfazed 2 years ago listening to how Ken Paxton traded granite countertops, a secret cell phone, an Uber account for one of his mistresses. So those, quote, recent discoveries must be wild to make Angela Paxton finally kick that wonky-eyed philanderer to the curb.
Ooh.
My God. Wonky-eyed.
Look, why are the wonky-eyed people in it? They like, Lord,
how about that? Look, I mean, we don't know, and we can only speculate. And first of all, let's just get the substantive, the only thing that really matters, out of the way. He is a Christian by definition of fascist religious extremist. This will not put any dent in his support from the other fascist white nationalist religious extremists in Texas. In fact, this might actually bolster him. After all, you got a whole ass convicted felon sitting in the White House who was propelled to the White House by saying, when you're a star, they let you do it. This is part of white nationalist Christian extremism, the phallocentric, male-centered patriarchy, which says that women are playthings, women are to be disposed with. So if anything, this might actually allow him to sink his fangs a little deeper into another demographic, and that is the, let's say, not quite incel, but let's just say fairly unattractive demographic of beer-bellied white men who say, yeah, that's what I'm voting, let me go register to vote. So that's the important thing. He may still lead in the polls if he doesn't get disqualified for something else. But as you were reading, as you were talking about this, and Reese, you as well, I'm thinking to myself, what would be the thing? As you said, it could be a discovery. Now, remember, I guess this was back, September, a year and a half ago, when he was there for the impeachment trial and the money laundering stuff, where one of his buddies was trying to help conceal the affair and all that. Well, remember, the lady, one of the ladies anyway, that he was alleged to have been having an affair with, was sitting there to be called on as a witness in the trial in the library, in the legislature or something, and they never called her. Well, when they showed her walking through the legislature, she looked as you would expect, a peroxide blonde with her hair up, like pulled back like a rooster. And so, very stand by your man on part of Senator Paxton. Until it's not, what could be the discovery? Maybe the discovery is, having dodged that bullet, here come this peroxide blonde again. Oh, you still talking? That's it. So now I'm just trying to think, what would be the thing after all the dirt y'all done together, which has caused real harm to people in Texas, that would make you stop? It might be that this Joan showed up again and she done seen the phone. Like, wait a minute, that's the broad that, you know what? That's it. So I don't know. We don't know, but I bet you we're gonna find out now.
It's adultery.
You think it's what you said,
I'm speculating. Because they already know he get down with the freaky dicky. But it's like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Well, how much money is coming out the account? The money, I'm speculating. But I'm thinking it was a little bit too much money going out to bleach blonde, bad built body, whoever, fill the blank person. Because it says, I looked it up, how child. You call me a heathen, but I had to Google biblical grounds. I looked up biblical grounds.
What is it?
It's okay. Matthew 19. This is the AI summary, so look, it may not be right. Elon Musk might have messed with it. It says Matthew 19:9 states that divorce is permissible when the spouse has committed adultery or sexual immorality. I'm just gonna leave that hanging right there. What that immorality could mean. Yeah. The other one could be abandonment by an unbelieving spouse. Considering that Ken Paxton, the Lord this, Jesus this, in his statement, the unbelieving part, you could probably cancel that out. So, adultery or sexual immorality, but I'm gonna go with a side of some money out the door. That's what I'm speculating based on what they say.
All I know, when I sat here and saw Ken Paxton's statement, all I could think about was Steve Harvey saying, "Father God, oh, Father God." These again, fraud. He is a fraud. And again, listen. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, the German theologian, he calls it cheap grace. We understand grace. Yeah. We understand grace and mercy. We understand ain't nobody perfect. Folk have made mistakes. No question. But when you Ken Paxton and you sitting here acting like you are Jesus' armor bearer. And when you got Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who took that big money and kissed Ken Paxton's ass, and he think he's a high priest of Texas?
Yeah.
Nah, y'all live something different. So I think this is also Angela saying, your little punk ass ain't gonna be no United States Senator.
Damn.
You got that too.
Hope not.
You got that too. Well, it's gonna be all interesting. Oh, y'all, I gotta leave it there. I just, just had a little too much fun with Ken, And so the last thing, look, I already got deal with punk ass Ted Cancun Cruz, being one of my United States senators. And I damn sure don't want that fool Ken Paxton. So we'll see what them so-called evangelical Republicans do over in their primary.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.